Hey, what up, everybody? Stevie Breach coming to you today. Was trying to think of what I wanted to make a wrestling discussion video about today. As I got home, I had no real ideas, going through the mail, and boom, a package from Amazon Prime. Thank you very much. They shipped out my Madison Square Garden Blu-ray. It's a DVD set that I haven't heard the best things about it. There's some matches on there that we've never seen before. I remember that was one of the big pluses of the Undertaker Deadliest Matches or whatever that was. It came out a couple years ago. They had a Madison Square Garden match, which I believe was a body bag match or something like that between him and Warrior. A match that we had never seen before. That was one of the first things that I really, really wanted to watch off of that set, just because of the fact that we've never seen it before. Looking through the listings, there's a lot of things also on there that we've seen before, but I'm going to get to showing you the DVDs that came in the mail last week while I was gone on vacation. I got a good little stack of DVDs, but the one hot thing that I really, really wanted to talk about was the Monday Night Raw set that is coming out, and of course the guys over at what I thought was WWE DVD News, but I just recently figured out that it's now Wrestling DVD News. I've always been a big fan of those guys over there. Aaron, Daniel, Mark. They always keep a good website going. Mark recently just wrote a column on the like a Dream DVD, I guess you can say, the top 25 divas of all time, with his full countdown, and he made a cover, and it's a pretty bitchin' story. Make sure you head on over there and check that shit out. But honestly, the news has been breaking, and I think today was the first day that it got listed on Amazon and Best Buy, is the new 20th anniversary box set that is coming out for Monday Night Raw. And I know the first thing that came to my mind, honestly, when they were saying that they were going to have us a big old box set, was that, don't we have enough Monday Night Raw already? I mean, I pulled them off my shelf to make the video, but we have the Raw the Beginning, the best of the best of seasons 1 and 2. We've got the best of Raw Volume 1. For some reason I bought it this way and I don't have Volume 2 yet. 10th Anniversary Set. 15th Anniversary Set. Best of 2009. Best of 2010. Best of 2011. Best of 2012. And then the top 100 moments. This just came out last year, which also came with the 1000th episode of Raw. There's no real set-in-stone news in what is going to be on this. It doesn't even really say how many discs are going to be in this set, but the heavily, rumored thing is that it's going to be the 20 biggest episodes of Monday Night Raw. We gotta hope that, honestly, episode 1 isn't on this set, or that's a wasted set, because I believe that is on the... Is it on this? Yeah, the entire first episode of Monday Night Raw is the first thing that's on disc 1 of the 15th anniversary set. And then also, like I said, Raw 1000 comes on the Raw 100 Blu-ray. It might even come on the DVD as well. I'm not 100% sure. But all I know is that I'm a kind of guy that I want to collect footage. I want to watch as much wrestling, and I want to own as much wrestling as I possibly can. I know that if you're going to give us the 20 best episodes, more than likely I'm going to pick it apart, and there's going to be stuff on there that I don't really need to have. Maybe a countdown set would be better, but sometimes when you're watching something like on a countdown and they give you the main event segment of Monday Night Raw, you don't get the buzz of the entire feeling. How, the guy comes out and gives a promo and says, I'm going to kick the guy's ass in the main event. And then the whole show, as it's going along, even though you have, two straight-out guys that you don't care about, this happens on every wrestling show there is. There's two guys fighting in the ring, and the announcers just don't even really give a shit. They're just commentating and guessing about what's going to happen later on in the show, building you up, making sure you don't want to go get that Coke out of the refrigerator, making sure you don't want to go to the bathroom, making sure you don't want to flip the channel to see what's going on with the baseball or basketball game. They know how to hook you, and they know how to bring you in. I honestly the second that it was tweeted out that it was up for pre-order, I went and pre-ordered mine Blu-ray set through Amazon. It's $83.99 on Blu-ray. It came out to like $90 with tax. And of course with Amazon Prime I get free shipping. If you want to buy the DVD version, it's $63. Over on Best Buy it's going to cost you a few more dollars. But you might want to look at it because Best Buy is... No, well, with Amazon, it's always free shipping if it's over $25, so you're going to get free shipping. If you're a moron and you want to pay more for it and you want to buy it from Best Buy, it's $80 on DVD, $110 on Blu-ray. And now, this is a story that's going to be involving. Make sure you're always going over there to Wrestling DVD News and checking stuff out, because it's just sort of a dream sequence. The one thing that I don't like is that people are sort of knocking this set because it's so big. When a set comes out, it's big. There's going to be discs in it. There's going to be packaging. Hopefully, we can get a badass box like the SummerSlam set. The Royal Rumble box to me honestly was a little bit of a flop. Every time you open it, you're scared that it's going to break. The WrestleMania box set seems like that one's still holding up and pretty well. I know it's too small, but the packaging that's on that SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 set with the Blu-ray and the game itself, it's like packed in that chrome. That's pretty bitchin'. Something like that, but bigger would be awesome. Who knows what this is gonna look like? I'm just hoping it's gonna have something to capture all the different eras that this has been along. I mean, people like to talk about the Attitude Era and the non-steroid era and the PG era that is today. Ruthless Aggression. I don't want to leave anything out. Maybe somehow making like the Mount Rushmore of wrestling, and you can put the biggest faces up there, like, you know how Bret Hart passed the torch to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, well, I guess you have to put Shawn Michaels in there, and then maybe like The Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Kurt Angle. Don't forget Triple H. We can't leave him out as well. But that's going to be pretty bitching, and that's probably the biggest thing that's going on in wrestling right now. Before I left to go on my trip, the one thing that I was trying to knock out off my list, that I've honestly just sort of left it off forever, and I've never really had a big reason for it. For some reason, the one show that I'm really trying to get my hands on is Insurrection 2002, a DVD that I honestly didn't even know was around. I look at the card and I semi-remember it. Maybe I had the tape back in the day, or maybe I saw it some bootleg way back in the, I was about to say back in the 90s, but you can't watch something from 2002 in the 90s. But back when I had my collection really going, maybe I saw it somewhere in there. But the last thing I got was one of the first, it was this one. This one came in right before I left. This is Rebellion 2001. This is a damn good, solid card. They went over there to England, and they wanted to make sure they gave everybody the best thing that they could give them. Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWE Championship in the main event here for you. So I picked up the other ones. I wasn't able to pick up Insurrection yet, but I got the other Rebellion with Brock Lesnar on the cover. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman versus Edge. I don't know why that would be the main event from 2002, but maybe this is when they were doing branding, SmackDown and Raw at the same time. So maybe this, yeah, it has to be SmackDown, because you got well, I'm calling him the wrong name. I keep on wanting to call him Booker T. It's Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero going at it right there for you. This a tag team match. Angle and Benoit versus Eddie and Chavo. Rikishi versus Albert. You got Val Venus and Palumbo going up against Devon and Ron Simmons. Jamie Noble versus Rey Mysterio and Tajiri. Crash versus Funaki. Alright, maybe this one isn't the best of all times, but we're going to have to check it out and see where it goes from there. The next DVD I got was this is Insurrection, but it's 2003. If you look at this cover, it stood out the second I opened it up and I popped it in the right out of the package. It's not the same. For some reason, Amazon is selling the Koch version, and it came straight from Amazon. So it's not like I bought it off a used seller, so maybe this is just what they had on the shelf. The only thing is it's got, well, the first thing that stood out to me is this picture right here of Stone Cold Steve Austin and Eric Bischoff, and I thought that was weird, because this picture of Trish Stratus in the cans is normally right here in the center, and this is normally Ric Flair. And then I started really looking at it, and right here it says Stone Cold Steve Austin and Eric Bischoff present Insurrection. I don't know why it says that, because it normally says Monday Night Raw presents Insurrection. This picture right here on the other version isn't Scott Steiner. It's somebody else. These pictures are all the same, even Kane inside the ring. So it's mainly just getting Flair there, Trish there, and somebody else right there. But this has got a good card here for you. You got Triple H with Ric Flair going up against Kevin Nash with Shawn Michaels in a street fight for the World Heavyweight Championship. You got Christian versus Booker T, Rob Van Dam and Kane versus La Resistance. You got Scott Steiner versus Test. You got all the Dudleys going up against Rodney Mack, Nowinski, and Teddy Long. Well, not Teddy Long, Theodore Long. And then you got Jazz versus Trish, Rico versus Goldust. This is going to be some pretty good shit. I don't know why I didn't open this up for you guys, but we'll pop this sumbitch right here and see if there's anything good on the inside. No, just Triple H on the cover for you, so nothing really big inside of there. Money in the Bank Blu-ray from 2013. This came in. Boy, oh boy, this almost was our, I guess you can say Judgment Day 2002. I thought this was going to be the rarest daddy of them all. I remember back in 2010, I almost caused a riot with a few videos on the Hell in the Cell Blu-ray. I think people were making some big bucks off that. For some reason, Best Buy was slow to get those out and put them on the shelf when they were Best Buy exclusives. This one was going to be a Best Buy exclusive as well. Hey, I'm showing you a blank thing. Fuck, that was a mistake. Right there, Best Buy exclusive. But for some reason, Walmart got their hands on them before Best Buy, and they just said, fuck it, we'll sell them. So they're selling them off their website. They listed them on there. It took a few more days before Best Buy got theirs into stock, and they were shipping it out. Hopefully they didn't have to pay much for the exclusive rights to sell this sumbitch. But I remember watching this for the most part. Both of the Money in the Bank matches were great. One was won by Randy Orton. The other one was won by Damian Sandow. For some reason, I was looking at this the other day. I don't remember John Cena versus Mark Henry at all. But this is going to be a pretty solid card to watch pretty soon. And then this week's release that I just got in that we talked a little bit about at the beginning. The Best of the Madison Square Garden stuff. Looking it over. It's got a bunch of stuff that you already have. But the pluses outweigh the minuses with stuff that you don't have. It's cool because it's got stuff from house shows. It's got stuff from pay-per-views. There was a good little while when actually house shows were being showed on Madison Square Garden TV. Hell, they even got a WrestleMania 20 match. Big Show versus John Cena on here. The Triple H return from Monday Night Raw. Booker T attacks Mr. McMahon. That doesn't ring a bell at all. I might have to watch that sooner than later. Trish Stratus versus Mickie James. John Cena returns in the Royal Rumble match. DX versus Jericho versus Shawn Michaels. No, wait a minute. DX versus Jericho versus John Cena and The Undertaker in a three-way tag. Bunch of good shit on here. Blu-ray exclusives has Gerald Briscoe wrestling in a steel cage match. This is like a steel cage match with the tag. Also with Macho Man, San Martino. Bret the Hitman Hart versus the $1 Million Man for the IC belt in 91. Del Rio versus Punk at the Survivor Series. There's a bunch of good shit in here. And I know I've knocked Bruno San Martino in my videos in the past. It's not like these are really going to knock me dead. But they're probably the only San Martino matches I have in my collection as of this date. We'll have to see what else. Got some Harley Race, Sergeant Slaughter, Bob Backlund versus Diesel. That's a hard-to-find match that I don't think is on anything else, and it's a WWE Championship match. One that you need for a compilation DVD or something like that. They talked to Howard Finkel. You got WrestleMania 10, Razor versus Shawn. Brett versus Perfect from SummerSlam 91. I'm a big fan of that show, and I didn't even know that was from Madison Square Garden. Honky Tonk Man versus Warrior at SummerSlam 88. A bunch of good shit. I mean, this is one that I'm proud to add to my collection, and we'll have to see how it pans out from here. I always love having big Hogan matches, and it doesn't get any bigger than, main event in Madison Square Garden. So, have fun, everybody. Hope everybody listened to my Raw rant and DVD pickups. Good times.